Hello, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at a poll out of Colorado. It's not a state that's expected to be competitive, but back in 16, Hillary won it by under 5 points, and then in 2020, Biden won it by over 13. But it's still usually good to take a look at some polling, even if it's not necessarily a swing state. I have been pretty busy the past few days, so I'm going to try to go a little quicker and squeeze in a video. So let's get into this poll. This is from the American Politics Research Lab, and that's located at the Department of Political Science at the University of Colorado Boulder, and the sample size here is 800. The margin of error is plus or minus 4.23, and it was administered by YouGov between December 1st and 18th. You can read more about that or the weighting if you'd like, but let's get into the results. So the head-to-head matchup, Biden versus Trump. Biden is up 47 to 40, and 13% say other. So that's a clear advantage for Biden. Even if Trump had a great night, I still don't think it would be competitive. They've got a gender breakdown here, and that goes as expected. Biden is up 2 with male voters, but with female voters, he's up 13. When it comes to political party, Biden is getting 88% of Democrats, and Trump is getting 85% of Republicans. So 10% of Democrats are going to Trump, only 5% of Republicans are going to Biden, but 10% of Republicans are also going to other candidates. And how about the independents? Well, they're breaking for Biden, 46 to 34, 19% other. And this is completely irrelevant at this point, but they did throw in Biden versus DeSantis. Biden's up a big 13 points there, 46 to 33, 20% other. There was a time where DeSantis might have been a stronger candidate than Trump. That time is obviously in the past. How about the generic congressional ballot? In the U.S. House, Democrats have a 7-point advantage, 49 to 42. We can go down and take a look at some approval ratings. Biden is underwater by 8, 42 approve, 50 disapprove. With his own party, he's only getting approval from 78% of Democrats. And with independents, he's at 38 approve, 51 disapprove. So Biden clearly underwater, but ultimately in the head-to-head presidential matchup, he is still coming out with a comfortable lead. Down here we've got Governor Jared Polis. He's got a solid approval rating, 49%, 37% disapprove. There it's a similar story with independents, 44 approve, 34 disapprove. We've got a few more of these. We've got Senator John Hickenlooper. He has a 43% approval, 36 disapprove. Their other Senator Michael Bennet is at 41 approve, 29 disapprove. The bigger chunk there are not sure at 30%. And then they also threw in U.S. Representative Lauren Boebert. I would say she's nationally known and also polarizing or controversial. Her approval rating is at only 29, 46% disapprove, 25 are not sure. The one side note to that is amongst all Colorado voters, not just the voters in her district. And she has decided to run in a different district that's going to be more friendly. But overall, her approval rating, she is losing independents, 16 approve, 48 disapprove. So those are the main things from this poll. I'll scroll down a little bit further where they do ask about different institutions as well as with different groups or different issues for the state. I don't have time to go over all of it, but as always, the link will be down below in the description. But so far, there's nothing really hard-hitting in these results. Biden is unpopular, and they didn't really ask about Trump's favorables, but it's safe to say he's going to be even more unpopular. The last thing in this poll I'm going to focus on is down here toward the bottom. This asks how you would rate the current economic conditions, and this is pretty bad. We've got 33% that say poor, 22% say fair, 22% say average. I'm not really sure how that's different from fair, but only 17% say good and 6% say excellent. Now that's not exactly surprising, but if there's any kind of significant weakness of Biden, it's of course going to be the economy. It looks like at least in this state, it's not going to be enough for Trump to capitalize to make the state competitive, but even if the state votes for Biden, it looks like voters are not really going to be too happy about it. Now, one other thing I normally like to do is get on 538 to take a look at this pollster's reputation. However, 538 has recently made some changes, and it looks like they've removed the individual pollster rating pages. I think that's a huge disappointment, and it's unfortunate. But the last thing we'll do is take a look at how the polling lined up back in 2020. The averages in the aggregate had Biden up by 12. He won by about 13.5, so that is a small Republican bias. And every single one of these had Biden in the lead. He got over 55, Trump was under 42, and I'd have to say the polls right at the end toward the election, they actually seem fairly accurate in retrospect. There's always going to be a few that missed the mark, but overall, Colorado doesn't seem to be too bad of a state for polling. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be accurate next time. I always say we don't even know how many candidates are going to be on the ballot. There could be 5 or 6, so maybe the polling is accurate again, but even if it's not, the state should not be in contention for Trump. There's either too much anti-Trump vote or too much pro-Biden vote. Now, I can't say never because this is not Massachusetts, it's Colorado, so I'll just leave it at being very unlikely. So given this is not a battleground, it doesn't really matter what happens, but it's going to be all about the margins. If Trump can get it down to single digits, I'd say that might not be too bad of a night for Trump. So that's a quick look at Colorado, and I'm going to leave it there for now. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this poll? What do you think about Colorado? Is it going to be over 10 points for Biden? Is this poll missing something? Is Trump actually going to do much better? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.